Okay, so you want to animate and you don't know really how to set up your gun properly, like its own poses. I got you. Just make sure your armature and mesh is up to scale here with your rig. I'm using the Wraith rig X. Um, Go ahead. Basically, the idea is to get this kind of lined up. You barely want to see the butt of the, not the butt, sorry, the base of the stock here. Barely want to see it. That way it's not so far out. If you want to raise it, but this is basically the basic idea. I'm gonna real quick increase the FOV to like 90. So like I said, just see the butt of the stock. Okay. So I have basic setup here. Set up the main hand here. Quick. This guy sorted. Oops. Oh, yeah, right. I have it done. That. Done. Can move this shoulder point just a little bit back. Okay. It's like the basics of it. And just kind of get it in an ideal position. Here. Alright. About how you would want it. You don't want the wrist stretching really weird. You also don't want this like kind of facing upwards. You want it like straight angle like this. You always, if you need to, you can always say a little more. Okay. So now I'm just gonna kind of close in the fingers on this real quick. Oh, there we go. I can actually see. So, get this basic setup going here. This gun scale, it's a little wrong. Everyone makes to shrink it down. It'll be a-okay. Alright. Yeah. It's about fine. I'm gonna reposition it, and before I do, set up the wrists. Here, just make it a child of. Set inverse. So I want to move it. So quick repositioning. Okay. You also want to make sure that not too much of it is covering up the screen, like how it is in FPS games. So if you take Call of Duty, for example, you can see that their view model is leaving the main part of the screen open here. So it's down. Just a bit more. Two more. See, it's another issue. Spotted. You don't want to leave a big gap like that. The hand. You kind of want to close those gaps, right? Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay. Kind of closed a lot of the gaps, so I'm gonna move these fingers back in. down and up. Okay. Move this back over. So like you kind of want these knuckles to like kind of be matched a little bit, like in a row. Okay. So this would be my like basic firing pose here. And already set up for you right here. So I kind of got that set up. And if I really want to, I could just make this resting. For the sake of it, I'm just gonna make this resting. Yeah, like when you kind of press against it, your fingers kind of moving up like that. Just a little bit of realism, right? It's cool to always have that. Okay, now for guard grip. I'm just gonna move it like this. So like, I'm not really trying to get a C-clamp, but you can always adjust this too. Use all the bones you can to your advantage. So like a basic outline here. Just gonna rotate a little more. This part is usually what takes the longest for most people. Don't want any weird rotations here. Something more so natural, I guess. Make it as natural as you can without. Kind of do this, yeah. Take this down. That's kind of the ideal pose that I want. This M16 right here. It didn't take as much time as I thought. So you see here, there's only a very small gap right here. Like no one's gonna see that. So, and the grip is ideally set up with not much major clippage. So here you have it. Oh, let me okay. Go. Here we go. Fingers to be normal, be matched, like kind of in a row here as much as we can. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So here you have it. Kind of see here, and it looks natural. You barely see the butt gun. And if you know some of the 200 FOV, you'll see the hand. That looks fine. Also, just good for inspect animations or just anything else. You always want something to be good. Never, if you can take a shortcut that doesn't affect much, you should take it. But you know, usually my motto is no shortcuts. Because if you take a shortcut, you're gonna notice it, and it's gonna look bad. But this is how your ideal look should be. Your arms should be sort of relaxed. Here, let me use the elbow point. It should look natural, and it should look good. The main part is just looking natural. Here. It doesn't always have to look like it's shouldered. Let me just. There we go. This is for the AR. Real cool stuff here. If you can always avoid it. If you want to, you can also, let's say, move this thumb more in order to look like that. No, just do that if you want to. How you style it is up to you, but I think that pose looks way more natural. So there you have it. As you can see, it's fairly simple and straight to the point. Now I'm gonna go ahead over to the. Okay, so SMGs are not really that different, honestly. Here and kind of pose like we did last time. I think I got the scale right this time, so I don't have to adjust it. Fine by me, honestly. So, Jesus, these. Sometimes the rotation is just super sensitive for whatever reason. Oops, that works for now. Just for now. And then it's down. Oops. Try to keep the fingers sort of close together. I'm saying. Okay. The trigger's far away. Maybe. That's why it doesn't feel right. Okay, I had the hand. I had this part moved back too far. Oops, my bad. Okay, now I can come back to this. Oops. Okay, so the thumbs are sort of the single thumb. Okay. So this is for the firing. I believe I'm making this. What the fuck? Okay. There you go. Oh, you would have it. Oh. Let me just down. There you go. There you go. Okay, for the resting pose on this, honestly. Here's how I would have it. So you kind of, you still want to look somewhat, right? There we go. Right. again, because I was just getting that right. I'm gonna get the, sorry, get the wrist on this. I'm just gonna add child of constraint to armature, set inverse. There we go. Now, I'm gonna move this up, back. Is that kind of how we had it last time? Why did I play the animation? Oh my god. Okay, so move back. It's too high. Something like that, maybe. Yeah. Okay. It's up a little bit. And now I can finally get to doing this. Handguard. Everyone loves handguard, right? So, oh my goodness. So kind of how we had it last time. I've never seen anyone see clown. So here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see if I can. Um. Go too far down. Kind of have it like that. Pink. Just too far. Clipping. Okay. So, rotate it. And down. It raised just a little more than the pinky. Take this and back a little. We don't need too much press on this one, so it'll just look unnatural. Okay. So rotate it a lot. And then that's kind of just fine. That flipping. Oh, like this. And say I can afford it. It's fine. Here's how I set that up. Right. Here's what I do. Just for like a little bit of guidance with this wrist, I put a child of constraints, and I animate the influence as well. Just put it to inverse, so that way now when you move the whole thing, alright. But this wrist will also move with the magazine bone, and the magazine is constrained to move this, moves this. I just think it makes it easier. Also, animating the influence as a whole, really good. It's really good. If it's done right. This is how I guess I would do it. It really depends. You could also, I guess, move this thumb. I guess you could try this if I wanted to. You could do that too. Looks a little weirder. thumb is bending. You could also do this, but I find that this way is a little bit more feasible. Here, it also just looks more natural. I still don't think the gun was positioned right. Go back a little bit more. There you go. I have it. Boom. And here. More so it's less strain on the wrist. There we go. That's a lot more natural. On the elbow side. So yeah, here you have it. For the SMG here. Okay, so pistols really vary, I guess. You could do it like how SCP-5K does it, with where it's like way out front, or you could do where how Call of Duty does it. It's like up close, but it's really on the bottom. You could also do it just, you know, normally off to the side, but here I'm gonna do what Call of Duty does. I'm more used to doing it that way. So, we're just gonna position it later, and just gonna get the pose done so I can just constrain it and, you know, be rid of it. Make sure the thumb, but the clippage can be fine. The elbows. Okay, so I'm sorry, pinky. What's up? I think it might just be fine how it is right now. Put it in a little more. Move this in a little more. Okay, and then down. Oh. Always looks rough in the beginning. Okay, just down. And it's been a while since I've done pencil animation. I'm gonna move it a little more front. There we go. This. You are the youngest person ever. Just move that in. Oh yeah. 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 I'm feeling this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, and you need to give this thumb the way. and then slightly more in, and move this in. Oh, stupid. Pretty much how you would have it for firing, I guess. Just have to pull a trigger, pull back, but like, yeah, you get it, you get it. Resting pose. Just how I do it. Usual with the others, just keep this kind of into here. There we go. Yeah, like that. Alright, so I've had this set up here. The gaps at all. That's good. So now I'm gonna constrain this wrist to root. First, because I'm smart. Now for this, I'm gonna here we go. It's kind of how I want to have it. Now, not even a little fuck thing. Okay. So how do I already this looks kind of okay. Really that resting this thumb up here, and then you're kind of overlapping on top of this thumb because this is the guide thumb. So let's see here. Sorry about my desk. Kind of access a little bit. There we go. And kind of this cupped right here. And then oops, sorry. Right. You can already see here that it's already going pretty good. So let's just kind of this suited up. Suited up. Shit. Okay. And this, do a little bit of that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at good champ. So now boom. That's pretty fun. Pretty easy, right? It's really just about keeping these fingers closely grouped like normally as you would, right? Keep the angle bending natural like this, right? Now we have this. If this is a result. And it looks pretty dang good. Just make sure that the elbow is relaxed enough. Oh, there you go. Let me constrain this wrist to the magazine like I did the other guns. Magazines and inverse. Okay, cool. So now if we move around this route, you can see kind of just what this is, right? it back. That's how it's gonna look. Okay, yes, I guess kind of. There you go. This kind of rotate a little bit back more. Using the guide. Oh yeah. Now, just kind of take a look around at it. It's a little natural. So, Jesus, this sensitivity on this is insane, dude. Yeah, really cool. Really cool stuff. Now, kind of have it posed up. Let's see, like what other. You can also have it kind of like this. If you really want to. Or you can have like how SCP-5K does it and have it way out here, but have it angled this. It all really varies, but I like having it down here at bottom off the screen. So that way you have a wild, oh my goodness, wild, a wide field of view. Ship. Animation player thing. Really, really nice. As you can see, there's not much clipping, except, well, sometimes the fingers are just gonna clip. There we go. Alright, it's cupping. This is kind of serving as like a guide finger. If you really want to, you can also just make it stand out a bit more, you know. Have it work like that so it's actually like a cool one. Look at that. That's usually how I hold my pistols, but let's see. Yeah. Cool. You see that? That's much how you do it for AR, SMG, pistol. It's all fairly simple and straight to the point. The main key points is just keeping your fingers together and paying attention to what clips or not. You just gotta be careful. Also, closing the gaps. Don't compensate for gaps by moving fingers too much, because you gotta remember, even in real life, fingers have bones and joints, and they will break if you fiddle with them too much. You don't want it to look unnatural, you know. Also, if you can, make the pose seem, you know, composed, relaxed, if you can. You know, have the elbows bend. It's usually how it works, like this, yes. Have the elbow bend like this in a V shape, and you'll be all good. Make sure the elbows don't have strain too much, you know, like that. They can be at a slight angle, not completely straight, but you know, have them like that, and you know, you'll be fine. All right, man. Go animate with this new info you got, man. Good luck.